Take a look at this video. It was viewed over 25 million times, solving a medical mystery. Watch this.
They found the reason for your pain that will be able to be treated.
They did?
Yes.
They really did? You're
Yes.
not lying to
No,
me.
that's-
They found it.
Yes, that's what Dr.
They
Bacola said.
found it.
Yeah.
Finally. Can I give her a hug?
Joining us via Zoom is Janelle. Janelle, welcome to the show.
Hi. Hi.
Good to see you smiling. So Janelle, that was you in the video, right?
Yes.
So tell us, why were you crying?
I was crying because of the immense relief that I had felt after waking up from a surgery and dealing with a condition for as long as I could remember. It was tears of joy, honestly.
And you were diagnosed with pelvic congestion syndrome, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, and for everyone at home, when we say pelvic congestion syndrome, you know how people have varicose veins in their legs? Well, think about it as having varicose veins in your pelvis, around your ovaries. So those valves aren't working correctly, and as a result, the blood can back up, and that can cause a lot of congestion and pelvic discomfort and pain. Janelle, what types of symptoms were you experiencing?
It started out being extremely heavy and long periods. I'd noticed when I'd laugh or I'd sneeze, I'd pee a little because I had really bad bladder issues. I had issues getting intimate. It was extremely painful for me to where I just avoided it altogether. I had issues with bowel movements. It affects way more than people think. It even gave me back and leg pain.
What finally made you decide, I've had enough, I need to find out what's going on with my body, I need a diagnosis?
Around March, I had one of my typical long, heavy periods, and then it lasted over a month, and I realized I desperately needed to go to a doctor because something had to be wrong.
You were bleeding very heavily. You were bleeding through a tampon every 30 minutes, correct?
Yes, and on top of that, I'm also anemic. So by the time I actually ended up getting to my doctor's appointment, the period had lightened up a bit. I wasn't bleeding as heavily. I could tell things were coming to a stop with it. I talked to my nurse practitioner about it, and she told me that if things weren't stopping, I could very well have gone into a coma or died due to extended blood loss.
Were you experiencing a lot of fatigue? Were you weak? Did you faint?
I was extremely weak, but I have clinical depression, so I thought it was symptoms of that instead, where my tiredness and my overall just discomfort was coming from. I just pushed it off as, oh, I'm just not feeling well.
What did your doctor think you had?
She originally thought that I had endometriosis because my age and my symptoms lined up with it. Because with pelvic congestion syndrome, it's typically found in women that are, older, have 2 or more kids. It's never really found in a woman who doesn't have kids and is 19.
Yeah. And these are some of the common symptoms of pelvic congestion syndrome. You mentioned some of them. First of all, there can be pelvic pain. You had chronic pelvic pain, and that's basically pain below your belly button and between your hips that lasts for 6 or more months. You had that pelvic pressure from congestion, from that blood backing up. Also, a lot of genital pain during sex and after sex, that's common, and extreme pain after prolonged standing, and that makes sense because those valves aren't working, the blood is backed up, and when you're standing, gravity is working against you, so that's going to cause more discomfort.